What is up guys, Wraec here with a new video, and today with the second part to my guide to hero drills. Last time around we did the first two stages of this event, and I thought many wouldn't need it, but it turns out that a lot of you guys appreciated it, were stuck on one stage or the other, and were quite happy that I made the video. So thank you guys for the support on that. Today we are going to do the second part of this event. A few more stages here, a few more interesting ones as well. Last time we had 8, now we have 11 actually. There are some very obvious ones, there are some that aren't obvious, and there is one straight up RNG stage. So we'll get into that. It's actually the last stage that is pretty much a lot of RNG, sadly. A bit badly balanced. On this one, they just use a pretty regular trick that we know. We are supposed to use Burial here, which is a very interesting hero, a hero that deals more damage to enemies that are isolated. So isolated means there is no enemy within the adjacent tiles. So those adjacent one tiles, there is no ally within those adjacent tiles. So we have to separate them a little bit. The way you're supposed to do this is just place Lucius in the upper tile, move Burial to the lower tile, and that will do it. Burial will separate them, and now we have the effect of Burial there, and you will pretty much instantly notice the difference. If you place the Lucius in the upper tile, you have no chance at all. If you place them in the place them in the lower tile, the Burial in the lower tile, Lucius in the upper tile, it will be very easy. So pretty easy first stage in my opinion, if you know the mechanics of Burial. On this one, Shippy says Burial hides in the shadows after being defeated. That is what we're supposed to use here. So we are only able to set one hero. There's an argument to be made for Damien once this little toy is out. Actually, we won't lose the fight as long as it's out. Then again, I kind of like Soren more. Soren is the more tanky hero for this situation, and so we use that. And you can see pretty much even after dying, Burial continues to use his abilities. Soren, of course, supporting that by pushing enemies away, separating them a bit more, and that of course also leads to our win here. Big damage by both really, and a pretty easy stage if you use Soren. This one I thought for a second would be rather difficult, turns out it is not. What I did here was just like I placed Soren here, moved over the Burial to the single target there, and you set on the other stage. So now we have 3 Mauler heroes, basically 2 Mauler heroes and 1 Hypogean on the board. And this last time worked out. I hope that the position of those isn't too important, because I don't remember it. But we will see. Just 2 pretty big Mauler damage heroes. The advantage of Seth is he moves over, separating more and more enemies, and now we really see the ability of our Burial on every single enemy. And those also summon shadows. I don't know if you've seen it. Basically, once an enemy is separated, there will be a shadow summoned, and this is like a little minion that also attacks. So Burial is a pretty cool hero. Sadly, also, in my opinion, the weakest of the Hypogean Celestial heroes. So that is the thing. Talene turns into flames after being defeated. Reviving after restoring some health is a bit... well, it is not wrong. It is... it led me through the wrong route at the start, because I first thought she's supposed to tank and then just die and revive, and then we are going to get the kill. No, it's not going to happen. What you have to do is you have to do this, separate the damage of those enemies between our heroes, get the buff from Talene on our I forgot his name, my god, Brian. I use him so rarely, but he's a good hero actually. And then you will pretty much win this. Now, this stage I don't think had any RNG. Some of those stages seem pretty close. There we have the death, but because we separate them so much, we actually get the revive. And once the ult starts, yeah, you can see easy going. Just a very easy clear, dazzling DPS, no problem at all. Next stage, buff frontline allies. Talene runs Pyre of Renewal to the frontmost allied hero. A buff that actually lets your hero revive. It's pretty interesting. That is her ability. And once this hero basically dies, she can revive him, and that is pretty cool. So we use that here, obviously, with Brutus. With Damien, we wouldn't actually have a hero on the board, so this is a very easy choice here. Just the position change is, of course, something that we have to keep in mind. But we end up in this really nice situation where Brutus is still on the board. We get the defeat. Thanks for that. We end up with this really nice situation where we get the defeat. No, very, very great. Very great. I love it. Okay, I will skip this fight. Actually, it is the same. That is the annoying part. It is the same. Doesn't really change anything at all. We get into the same situation here, and still get our ult. It's just, I think I was like a little hit too much on our Talene once again. Interesting though, this worked perfectly fine for me the last time. Let's try an alternative way to solve this. I think this can work, what I just tried with like Brutus in the front. Last time it did, this time no chance whatsoever. Interesting. So quite the interesting situation we end up being in here. If that is better remains to be seen though. We at least get the ult there. We don't get the ult of Talene very early. I'm not very confident in this strat either. I'm pretty sure Brutus was actually just reviving. I don't know. So this stage seems to have some RNG in it too. I wasn't aware of this. I'll be honest with you guys. It worked for me. In my try on the test server, it worked on the first attempt. This time it doesn't. So bit annoying, I have to say. Yeah, we get the ult on the Brutus, and this time around easy clear, both heroes alive. So yeah, on this stage maybe you will encounter some RNG as well. Interesting, we find out new things. Okay, battle duration has more than 70 seconds left. This one was fairly easy. The way I solved this last time was like this. I noticed later that we can still get attacked by those minions like that, but it works, so who am I to complain? Yeah, this pretty much gives them like the exact laser route there, which I don't know if it's too smart. But you are just supposed to get your Talene ult, keep her alive for a little bit, and you will get a very easy clear. So you just need Thorin as a tank there, and it will be quite easy. So those were the first 6 stages. Interesting that we found another RNG stage in there, but it is what it is. Opening stun, away from the Hypogean Celestial heroes, now we go into Walker. If you don't know about this, Walker is one of those heroes that has an ability at the start of the battle. He throws a grenade, and his main thing is really stun. On this stage you can actually adjust nothing. It's only supposed to show you, hey, look, he can throw his grenade, it inflicts a stun and actually blocks Smokey from using his ult. And Walker is probably one of the most notorious heroes in keeping Smokey from using his ult. You can see even 3 Smokies rarely get to use them at all, and that of course allows him to clear it. Him looking menacingly there with his revolver, with his Colt. Very nice. This stage was annoying. I'll tell you how it is. This stage was annoying because the way I usually approach this is I see healer, I press Smokey. Doesn't work. You need Hewen, and once you understand that just placing Hewen works, she heals him a ton. You can see there are like the big heals coming up, and he will do something very annoying. Now that he has his ult, he will actually run to the guy with the bow. It keeps him from being attacked by this guy though, and as long as we get the ult now, we should be pretty fine here. Yeah, worked out. And once we clear the archer, the other guy actually doesn't do that much damage. We have some time here, and yeah, this works out. In regard, maybe because we have the second, I think the second part of the stages this time around a lot more difficult than the first part. The first part really had only this one stage with the Graveborn survival, where many people said, oh, I don't know how to clear this. This time around, I think there will be a few more stages where people will struggle. Okay, this one is very interesting. The victory condition here is defeat the boss within 20 seconds. It's not defeat the minions, actually. We have to set Walker, and the way we are going to do this is just by using Vala, because Vala will target the boss, and we will just try to kill that boss ASAP. And that is going to be our strategy for this. Vala should be able to take care of it, as long as she doesn't get cleared, as long as she gets some proper stuns. Last time I cleared it, I think, on 71 seconds, so... If we get some unlucky RNG, we might be in a bad position. 71 seconds once again. Vala with the clear. So that works. You just have to understand that your target here is the boss and not any of those minions. And then you are in a position where this works. This one has no logical solution, I think. It's like my first idea was, okay, we clear Smokey. You are just supposed to understand that Savina attacks the enemy in the symmetrical position, which we can select basically if we want to attack Odie or Smokey. I thought attacking Smokey first was like a given, but no, turns out you want to clear the Odie. He is more squishy, so you are able to clear them. You won't be able to clear Smokey. Will just not work. But once he is gone, obviously you are in a very good position, and this Smokey I don't even think is Mythic Plus, so has no way to do damage to us. We just have to clear him within the next 60 seconds, which takes a little bit. But eventually we get the clear, and this stage is done as well. Only 2 possible ways, so you just have to give it 2 tries, and one way will work, so that's the thing. Yeah, and this is the last stage. This is horrible. This is like really, really bad. This is once again one of the stages where we want to defeat the boss. But the thing is, I had to try this like 7-8 times before it worked. Even I was even doubting my own strategy, which turned out to be right, and I was looking at other people's clears and was like, no, this doesn't work for me, and this is the case. Like, those clears oftentimes don't work, and we can just try it. Can we copy it? No, we have to set it ourselves. This didn't work for me, so this is like the same thing the other guy did. Maybe it works right now, which would be bad for demonstration purposes. But it didn't for me, and I got like this stun shot, and I didn't get the second ult. Yeah, and turns out it killed me. So I tried multiple things. It is just a matter of good RNG. You need the right crits, you need the right hits, and this is the strategy that in the end works for me. You definitely want both Sylvina and Vala to target the Brian, because that is your goal. The other question is only if your tank can survive long enough. I ended up using Thorin. It worked better for me. It was the strategy that granted me the clear. We have to get some good hits there. It is usually better if we get the first ult with like the Vala strategy. Okay, we get it now. Nice. Okay, we got the clear there with my strategy. I don't even think that was like in the possibilities there, in the options. It is a bit weird. So this works for me. And now that it works on the first attempt, I'm very happy on it. But this like really took multiple attempts. We should probably check out the targeting lines on this one. Let me activate them. And those are very helpful. If you try to do a stage like this, those targeting lines, you can activate them here. They are very helpful. Because you really want to know, okay, who is Brian going to attack first? And he's of course attacking with his Falcon. If we do it like this, which was one of the strategies people did, Thorin will actually move around and be in front of the enemies faster than Sylvina can be attacked by them. But Brian will attack her, and for me this led to less DPS, because she was really dying rather early when attacking the boss. So what I rather did was I did like this, then Thorin got attacked, and often enough he lasted long enough to then revive and keep my Vala safe so that we can get the second ult, and that worked. Let's try it again. I just want to see if it works consistently again, or if we're now going to get a fail. Got the stun shot there, and that is really nice. Like the stun there wasn't even bad, because what we managed to do there, yeah, this works pretty well. What we managed to do there was we just stunned him before he could kill the Vala, so we got some, the Sylvina, so we got some extra hits. Second part gives a ton of loot. 10 temporal essence, really nice actually. So pretty nice loot. I hope my video helps you. If it helped you, tell me down in the comments below, and I will do more for like future events where we have to clear stuff like this. For me, it's a very enjoyable event. I still like hero drills. Also the second part. This time around, the RNG stages, I don't know, don't really appreciate it. If this one is now consistent, okay, then it's fine. Then I guess other people didn't really find the proper solutions there. The way I approach it is I usually try something myself, then if it works, I'm fine. If not, I look for the solutions of other people. And for this stage, it was like, my solution didn't work, their solution didn't work, and then I had to experiment and find something else. Yeah, but the other stages I like. This time around, focusing on Walker and Burial was a very nice choice of heroes, because they are very unpopular heroes, and giving them a bit more of a spotlight is a nice idea. So, with that, wish you a great day. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see us in the next one.